In the E-Block today, ABC's Dancing with the Stars will return for its 30th season on September 20th. And Carrie-Ann Inaba confirmed she'll be returning as well, alongside fellow judges Len, Bruno, and Derek. Us Magazine reporting that despite some mixed reviews from fans of the show, Tyra Banks is also returning as the host. You know, though Broadway as an industry has yet to definitely rule on whether COVID vaccinations will be required of audience members this fall, comes word a second production, Lincoln Center Theater's production of Passover at the August Wilson Theater, has announced that the policy will be enforced when the play begins previews next month. With this announcement, Passover becomes the second Broadway production to require audience vaccinations, following the arrival in June of Springsteen on Broadway at the St. James Theater. Now to the new Anthony Bourdain documentary, the director under fire after revealing he used AI technology to recreate the late celebrity chef's voice to say some things he might not have ever said out loud. ABC's TJ Holmes has the story.
You're probably going to find out about it anyway. So here's a little preemptive truth-telling. There's no happy ending.
3 years after his death, Anthony Bourdain helps tell his own story in his own words in the new documentary, Roadrunner.
I said earlier that I was going to tell you the truth. This is part of it.
Parts of the film are narrated in Bourdain's voice, created by stitching together audio recordings from throughout his career as a writer and host of the TV shows No Reservations and Parts Unknown.
1 minute I was standing next to a deep fryer, and the next I was watching the sunset over the Sahara.
But the director of the documentary, Morgan Neville, revealed it's not all Bourdain's voice. Instead, he used artificial intelligence software to replicate Bourdain's voice on a few quotes in the film, attributed to Bourdain that Bourdain may have never actually spoken out loud. Like this one, a quote from an email Bourdain wrote to a friend before his death by suicide. Listen closely.
You were successful, and I am successful, and I'm wondering, are you happy?
That is actually not Bourdain, according to Neville, but voiced by artificial intelligence. He tells The New Yorker, if you watch the film, you probably don't know what the other lines are that were spoken by the AI, and you're not going to know, adding, we can have a documentary ethics panel about it later.
Don't tell me what things look like, tell me what they are.
Technology has been used before to recreate the likeness of a celebrity who has passed. Famously, Carrie Fisher appeared posthumously in The Rise of Skywalker, which used previously unreleased footage from The Force Awakens. But critics of Neville point out that was for an actor playing a role, not a real person who is the subject of a documentary.
It's very sensitive because Anthony Bourdain obviously had a tragic death. This and similar uses, I think, are going to continue to be a gray area for quite some time.
Neville says he got permission from Bourdain's widow and literary executor to use AI, telling ABC News, it was a modern storytelling technique that I used in a few places where I thought it was important to make Tony's words come alive.
Okay, that is your Friday E-Block.